Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to the TheClassyCode online software courses. So we primarily give trainings on Informatica Power Center and Informatica Cloud. Okay. So for other courses, you can contact us. It is available online. Yeah, you can contact us for more details. Okay. So today's scenario is on Informatica Cloud. Uh, okay. So one of the requirement is we get the data like this in the source file. Okay, so we first get the, as a header, we first get the um, date, then the column IDs, column names, and the data. Okay, if we are getting the data like this, and we want to transfer this data to the target like this. Okay, so the date value, we want to pass it as an effective date, from which date these records are being loaded in the target. Okay, so the date which we receive in the source file, we have to pass it as another column. Okay, another column for all the records. So this is our requirement. How to do this? Using IICS or IDMC. Okay, let's see the scenario. So I have a file like this. Okay, I have a file like this which is having the date, and I have the second one is the header, and the next all are these are values. Okay, so I want it like ID and effective date, and I have to populate the values here. IDs will come here as is, effective date, this date will come as effective date in the second column. So how to do that? Okay, for that, let's connect to IICS. Okay, so we connected to IICS here. Let's create a new mapping for second scenario. So this is the first scenario we covered. For more, you can watch the previous videos. So for the second scenario, I'm creating one mapping called m underscore scenario 2. Okay, so yeah, let's take this. Let's connect to the source file. So I have the source file here in my scenario source file. And yeah, let's consider the object name here. Okay, this is my second source. I mean, S2 source, that is scenario 2 source. So if you want, we can check the preview. Since we are reading it from the flat file, we can see the preview. See here how it is taking the date as the header, ID as the first value, second value, like this. So to solve this scenario, okay, see, first line is nothing but a date. Second line, second row is the header column. Okay, column headers. And the actual data starts from the third record. So in this case, what we can do, there are many methods to achieve this particular scenario. I will explain one. If you want more, uh, please comment below so that I can do the other video for this. Okay. Okay. The method I am explaining here is what we will do in the formatting options. We are reading the field labels from the first record, import from row 1. So what we will do here, instead of reading the header from the first row, let's not read anything. We will consider everything as the data. Okay, in this case. So we say auto generate. We say auto generate the field names. That means if you preview the data, it shows all the details. Okay, starting from the date, the data, column headers and everything, it will show as a data. Okay, so why we are doing like this means because we want this date value should be read as a separate record only. Okay, so this is my source, S2 source. I'm just naming this, naming convention wise. Target, since I have the structure already defined, this is my target structure. So I will pick the target structure from the target file path. Sorry, not target file. It must be scenario target file. So I will pick this path and I will locate this S2 target. Okay. Let's see what are the fields available here. ID and effective date. Okay, so this is fine. I will name this target is also like S2 target, so that we are good with source and target. Now, our idea is to pass the first value as a column to all other things. Okay. Yeah. For that, we need one expression transformation. So in the expression, we will take two things we need to do here. We need to generate a sequence. Okay. The idea, why we need a sequence here is, okay, by looking at this, what you will tell me? The first record contains the date. Second record contains the headers. Third record, fourth record, and so on contains the actual data. How you are able to tell that? By looking at the record number. First record, second record, third record. So we have to tell the system we have to tell Informatica that this is the first record which contains date, second record contains column headers, third record onwards, everything is like data. Everything is data. So to inform that, we have one sequence number for each record. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll take a variable for the sequencing purpose. Okay. I will generate a sequence. Sequence is a number, right? So I'll take integer. So every time I read this sequence, so I will do a +1. I will increment the value. That means for every record, for the first record, it is sequence is 1. Second record, it becomes 2. Third record, 3. So I am incrementing the sequence value. What is this sequence? By default, it is 0. 0 plus 1. For the first record, it will be 1. Second record, 1 plus 1, that is 2. Third record, V sequence already stored 2. 2 plus 1 becomes 3. So this is how the sequence is generated here. Okay. So that's how we are giving the row numbers here. Row numbers. We are generating sequence number is nothing but it becomes a row number here. Okay. If now we will bring out the effective date. So we want effective date in the target, correct? So we want this effective date. Effective date. We want to form the effective date. So how to bring it? This is the output field. Yeah, this is anyway, it's an incoming field. It's a string. We're not worried about the date format and all. So effective date as a string of 30 characters. So how we are going to bring this effective date? We will write one condition clause. If IIF Informatica, if sequence value equal to 1, that means if the record is row number or record number is 1, that is nothing but it contains the date. So if sequence number is 1, let's consider the field value. Field 1 is nothing but, so this entire thing, this particular column we are considering as field 1. So field 1 value. Else, whatever being stored in this effective date. Okay. So sorry, for this, what we'll do, 1 second, we will also have one variable port for this particular value. For this effective date, instead of directly taking this effective date as output field, first we will store this as a variable value v underscore effective date, which is of string some 30 characters is fine. So we'll bring this up. Yeah, we will store in this variable port the same logic, whatever I'm writing. This should be part of the variable. Okay. Variable port, because I will tell you the reason why I want to hold this in the variable. If record number or the sequence number is 1, I want to store the field value. So if record number is 1, that the value will be this. So I am loading this. If sequence number is not equal to 1, means it can be 2, 3, 4, etc. Whatever the value I already stored within the effective date variable, means for the first time, it will store the date. Second time, whatever is stored in the variable, we will bring back the same thing. Okay. So we are reassigning the same value, whatever we had earlier. For the first time, it is having null. That time we are assigning the first value. that will go into very effective date. Second time onwards, whatever is being already stored in this variable, that we are bringing back the same thing for remaining all the records. Okay. And finally, we will assign this variable port to this one. That's it. Because this is an output port, output field. This is a variable field. So variable fields, we cannot take them out of this transformation. We need the help of output field. So we are taking output field and we are assigning the final value to this one. Okay. Next, we don't want this to be flowing to the target. So we want actual data flowing to the target for the IDs. Okay. So from third record onwards, we need the data. So that's why we apply one filter here. Filter wise, wherever, sorry, filter wise, wherever we have the sequence number greater than or equal to 3. This field, so I think we are not sending the V sequence out. Let create one O underscore sequence. This is the output field, which is an integer again, because we need to send this sequence out of this transformation. So I'm also assigning this V sequence so that I have to tell the filter, I don't want this value and this value coming as a data to the target. I want to avoid this. I want only these values. Okay. So here in the filter, I will apply the sequence value must be greater than or equal to 3. Means either it is from the third record or more than 3, fourth, fifth, sixth record, but not first and second. I don't want. Okay. So that is how we are filtering out the first 2 records. And to the target, we will map the effective date, which we already stored, and field 1 is nothing but the data, which is from the third record. This data will be mapped to this ID. Okay, let's save this and we will run this job. That's it. I'm changing the runtime environment. Okay, let's see the output here. Okay, perfect. So there are 5 records out of 7 records, because these are the 5 records which contains actual data. These 2 records having date and the column headers. So we are avoiding those things and we will be getting this. So let's see the target. See here. This is how the data loaded to the target. So ID, yes, and these are the values coming from ID, and effective date. Effective date was this value is coming to the target like another column. If you don't want these double quotes, we can avoid the double quotes by changing the target formatting options. So in the formatting options, if you don't want text qualifier as double quote, remove this, click on OK. Yes. And we can run it once again to see the data without double quotes. Okay. Okay. So let's map this field and effective date. So save this. And we can run this one. Okay. So let's check the data. Okay. Successfully loaded. Now you see the data without double quotes. Okay. So this is how we can achieve the scenario by loading the first value coming as a date as a separate column altogether. Hope you like this, and for more scenarios, please comment. And if you like this explanation, please like it. And moreover, we also provide, apart from giving the training online and self-paced trainings, we also help you in resume building, mock interviews, interview support, and job support. Okay. So feel free to contact us on this WhatsApp number. Call us on WhatsApp, or you can message us on WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you very much. See you soon in the next video. Thank you. Bye.